persistent widow. Jesus told his followers a parable of a judge to teach them never to lose hope while praying to God. The judge never prayed to God. He also never cared for anyone. One day, a poor widow wanted justice, so she went to the judge. She had been cheated by someone. The judge paid no heed as she was poor. He shunned her. But the poor woman did not give up. She came to him every day. She pleaded to him to grant her justice. Finally, the judge agreed so that she might not wear him out. Jesus said, the moral being that we must never give up and keep praying. If we have faith in God, He will grant us justice. Then we will persistently cry out to Him no matter how long it takes, even if it is months or years, because we have faith that God will grant justice. The tax collector. Once, Jesus was in the town of Jericho. A man called Zacchaeus rushed through the crowd to see Jesus. He was a tax collector. However, the huge crowd that often accompanied Jesus made it hard to do so. So he climbed up a lofty tree to get a better view. Jesus saw him on the tree. He said to him, Zacchaeus, come down from there. I would like to visit your house today. Zacchaeus was overjoyed, but the people gathered there started grumbling. They did not like the tax collector, and it was bad that Jesus was visiting him. But when Jesus came to his house, Zacchaeus declared, I will give half of all my wealth to the poor. I will pay back generously to all those whom I have cheated in the past. Jesus was happy to hear this and said, Today a soul has been saved. The Last Supper. It was the time of the Passover feast. The supper was to be held in a house in Jerusalem. In the evening, Jesus and his 12 disciples met in the house and sat down to eat. Jesus said, I want to share this supper with you. He thanked God for the bread and shared it with the disciples and said, Take this and eat it. This is my body, which is given for you. After the meal, he took a cup of wine. He said, This is my blood. It is given for you. Then they all took a sip from the cup. Share all this to remember me, he said. At the end of the supper, Jesus told his apostles, I give to you a new commandment, that you love each other. Even as I have loved you, that you also love one another. Since then, it has been an important Christian tradition of sharing the bread and wine on the day of Eucharist or the Holy Communion. Jesus washes the feet of his disciples. After the meal, Jesus got up, from the table and went to a different part of the room. He brought a large bowl. He poured water into it and began to wash the disciples' feet. Then he dried them with a towel. Peter was horrified on seeing his master perform such a lowly task. When his turn came, he loudly exclaimed, "I cannot let you wash my feet." "If you do not let me wash your feet, then you cannot truly belong to me," said Jesus. Peter replied, "Wash my feet. In fact, wash all of me." In the end, Jesus said that he had given all of them an example. He said that if he could perform such a lowly task as washing their feet, then they should also be prepared to wash one another's feet.
Thanks for watching. Do like, share, subscribe to Sahil Book House.